laughter-induced syncope or something. And what it is basically you black out.
Syncope.
Syncope?
Yeah.
Syncope? Okay. I don't know with you sometimes. You can be genuine and...
No, it is though. Syncope.
Okay. Syncope. Well, basically I black out from laughing too hard.
Yeah.
Hi, Hungries.
We're dads.
And this is the Dad vs. Dad podcast. Hi, Hungries.
We're dads.
And this is the Dad vs. Dad podcast.
The podcast where we bring in our petty issues and you let us know if we're just making mountains out of molehills.
Which we mostly are.
Yes, mostly.
Mostly. Jeremy, what are the statistics? Where are we?
Well, how was your week? What have you done?
Are we doing that?
If you want.
I blacked out.
Yeah.
Laughter-induced syncope.
Kevin Syncopied.
I have syncopied. I leaned forward and I smacked my head. Here's a cut of what happened. If you want to put it in, Jeremy.
Do you actually have a video of you doing that?
No, of course not.
Oh.
But I'll tell the story.
Okay.
2 minutes before the show. Forget it. Don't worry about it. It's not important. I hurt myself. How are you, Jeremy?
Oh, I'm great. My week was pretty good. Lead up to this episode is post-Christmas. I hope you all had a great Christmas.
Yeah. Did you get anything nice? Have you? I didn't. I got nothing.
Oh, no.
What
Can
have
you
done?
look at the poll for this week on the thing? And we're back.
Yeah.
All right. So
What are the stats?
this week, number one was Christmas stresses, which Kevin brought in, followed by shitting on the help, which Kevin also brought in.
They're legit issues.
Grinches and Christmas Too Early crybabies both got downvoted. I think because our listeners are whingers. So all the whingers voted down the whingy ones.
No, because they believe
Because this was kind of shitting on whingers. Both of those problems, we don't like whingers. Oh, but we're whingers. I'm going to vote that down.
But then putting down the help and Christmas stresses are the bigger issues.
Nah.
It's complaining about the people in Christmas who ruin Christmas.
Nah.
Not just angry people during Christmas.
Yeah.
Not just... What was your other one?
Can't remember.
Yeah, cool.
Anyway. What is your mountain?
All right, so my number one, keeping on the Christmas theme, because I hate this. It happens every year. I see the same thing on socials.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't been on socials much lately because I just don't.
How do you know they're still coming in there?
Because I've seen it every other year, and I'm sure I don't even need to go on to believe that someone's posted it somewhere.
Okay.
It's the post that says, Christmas Eve, time for men to do their shopping. It's offensive. It's sexist. It's rude. It's upsetting.
It's also true.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. That's when we do our shopping.
No, because I already did my shopping.
Yeah, actually, to be honest, I had all my presents and everything in like October.
Yeah.
Everything.
Do you think it's because that post existed?
I think it's just because the movie Jingle All the Way exists.
Oh, I can't.
People watch that and
watch
go,
it.
this is reality. This is what happens.
You're going to have to be the hero, man. So, look, I get it. Men are generally pretty hopeless, right?
No.
With a lot of things, with anniversaries and things like that. In fact, I'm
yeah.
pretty good at that.
Yeah.
Although you forgot your own birthday on your wife's birthday, which you
And we
shared
share
a birthday.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
you're idiots. So, I'll tell you what, though.
Yeah.
The reason that some men forget is because they're doing all the bigger jobs.
And you know what else it is?
What?
We're not going to do a job when someone else could or should do it.
No.
Yeah. If someone else is probably going to do that, we're not going to do it. We're just going to assume, yeah, the misso will get it. But
You know
now,
what?
while I'm all alone, everything is my responsibility. So everything gets taken care of. I used to be
Okay.
whatever, leave everything till last minute. Someone else will probably do it.
Because you have your set responsibility and this group is the other person.
And I just assume the other person takes responsibility for their things. But now that I'm solo, I have to I have to do everything.
Okay.
So I do everything and I make sure everything's done on time and all that. And because you have to be. Because
Well,
no one else is going to pick up the slack.
I'll tell you what, this is an argument that happens within our household a bit. Ellie generally gets upset with me because she always organises Christmas. She always organises birthdays and that. And it's like, look, I get it. I'm the one who always does the lawns, who always fixes the backyard, who does the handiwork around the house, who does all those extra little bits and pieces that have to be done ongoing. We have to, so we got an estimated read on our water bill. I've got to go read that meter. No one else is going to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm the one who has to do that.
Yeah.
So Christmas, okay, it's a big job, fine. You do it once a year.
Yeah.
And you do it in July.
A lot of it comes down to people not talking about what their responsibilities are and talking about which jobs they're going to do and which one. Like, you don't kind of organise together who's doing what necessarily. And oftentimes with the organisation things and like the lame things, organising things, often the ladies of the house will take care of that side of things. And then they get annoyed about it.
Ellie is fantastic at it.
And it's because they are good at it. So
really
they just
good.
do it. There's no point in us even thinking about it because we know the other person's got it.
I think it's look, they whinge about the whole idea of they're not giving us a hand. To be fair, I've stopped giving to adults. We just do a rule: Christmas is for kids.
Yeah.
But the adults that I do buy presents for, I'm doing things like events rather than like things. Adults can buy their own shit, but like if you're gonna go like, hey, are you free this time? We're doing this, or you're doing this.
Yeah.
So I bought Mum a ticket to Daniel Sloss, which is a comedian that's coming to Canberra.
Yeah.
And I bought me and Ellie tickets to go to a band in Sydney in April.
Yeah.
So it's like events. They're really good. They're good.
They are too.
Yeah.
Yeah, things that they wouldn't buy because everything that is a thing,
they can buy
an adult would have it already generally.
Yeah, and they decide that they're going to do it. People are so non-resilient with their purchases these days. It's like they're just going to buy it.
Yeah.
Let them do that. The only one I haven't bought for is Dad at this point. So I got to do that.
Okay. Good
I'm not buying
luck
for
with
you.
that.
I'm not buying for you.
So your mountain was what?
Christmas Eve, time for men to do their shopping.
Yeah. No, we're better than that.
Yeah. I feel like it's sexist as well.
It is.
And being that I have ADHD, sometimes I forget. Okay. I'm going to play on this.
Sometimes that post is about you.
Sometimes. But I'm prepared.
Yeah.
I get so much pressure all the time.
You know what? We should go. No, we're not going to do that. But someone should go to the mall, stand outside a Kmart or something, just click every time a man comes in. One clicker for men and one clicker for women. Every time a man or a woman comes in, they click it.
You know why men are doing their shopping the night before?
They're so busy every other day.
But because they're not, they purchase online now.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason for me to leave the house when they have Amazon or the good stuff online that I can just, hey, that's going to show up here and I don't even need to go. Why haven't you gone and bought my present? Who says I haven't?
Amazon just is delayed.
Yeah.
It'll be after Christmas this year. Sorry.
You can talk to the postman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, look, go. Whatever.
Yeah, mine is not Christmas related because it's not Christmas anymore. We're done
That's a
with
whinge about Christmas.
It's
Whatever.
Christmas over. Mine is the shaving aftermath. After you finish shaving. My moustache is missing.
Yeah.
I'm a baby now. Not as baby face as some people who shave.
You have a good 5 o'clock shot. When did you shave?
Yesterday.
That's a good
Or the
growth
day
for a day.
Might have been the day before. I can't remember. Anyway. I love shaving. I love the whole process of it. Of the foaming stuff and the brushes and the blades and all the things. And like just doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
But then afterwards you're like, I wish I just didn't do that.
But you could do that process, but designed.
Well, that's the thing I like about a moustache, because you get to keep your hair and you get to shave. It's the best of both worlds.
You do look good with a moustache.
Yeah, I miss it.
You're a cool moustache haver.
Yeah.
It's a thick moustache too. It's not like one of those crappy, just like whatever.
Well, not right now.
No. See, I had trimmed the big beard. I
Yeah.
really liked the big beard.
Yeah.
But at a stage, I was like, it's like you look ridiculous when it's not done properly, or like you let it go and then you trim it and you go, I don't know.
No one ever said, you don't go to work or anything or anywhere and anyone goes, oh, you shaved, you look great. They're always like, oh, the beard's gone. What happened to your moustache? It's always like a weird kind of backhanded
Like, what happened?
Why did you shave it? Like,
Everyone's, you know what? I shaved properly once.
Yeah.
Because I obviously trimmed down, and you know what the comment I got was, "Hey, did you get a haircut?" I'm like, "No, a beard cut."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, something was different.
that's the same. When I first shaved everything, I just had the moustache. People were like, what's different?
I know, because you just become so accustomed to it.
Yeah.
So the one time I did shave fully, I went to work and my coworker was like, you know, sometimes you need to shave to remember why you don't shave.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just reminded. Mine was, Vera was like, just hassling me to do it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you should shave. I'm like, why? I just really want to see you shaved again. Okay.
And then you shouldn't have done that, Dad.
Yeah.
But when have you ever taken advice from a 5-year-old about your appearance?
It's the only person I take advice from.
Well, I mean, if you got to impress one person, at least it's her.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I keep asking the kids, you going to grow up and you're going to have a beard when you're older? No. Why? They look dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Do you not like my beard?
Well,
no, you're good. You're good.
I don't like beards either.
Yeah.
And I hate, like, beard people. Like, people obsessed with beards and beard culture and stuff. And, like, they're like, oh, real men have beards. And, oh, if you bought this car, you should shave your beard off immediately.
Yeah.
Can't a beard? Like,
I think
beards are like, they're like a cover up for, like, people like the
mine
kind
was
of
a cover up for the
beards are-
double chin.
Yeah, it can be a cover up for double chin. But the people who are like, it's a masculine thing, it's covering up that they have no masculinity under their beard. They do have
The
a
weak
weak
chin.
chin or something. Like,
See, I feel uncomfortable without a beard. You know what it was? When I was a teenager, I was really self-conscious about my ears.
Yeah.
Because as a kid, I used to get like called Dumbo and stuff. And you used to, but you also don't care about anything.
no, I just owned it.
You are the least warrior I've ever met.
Yeah.
Whereas I got really for some reason I care what people think. So I grow my hair really long. And then finally I got a haircut and I'm like, cool, I need to change this. Let's grow a beard.
Yeah.
And so then I got the beard. So now I've got a little beard. I don't know if I want to grow it out again.
I think it looks better shorter.
Yeah, I don't feel 50. Because I mean, I don't hate having a big beard, but I feel a lot older than I am with a
Yeah.
big beard. And when you don't do it, you just look like a lazy homeless man.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's fair.
Yep. Anyway, shaving aftermath.
Yeah.
It's never. No one's ever excited about it.
And even the people who do have beards, and when they're doing like the trim, oh, went too short. Oh, too short. Oh, no.
That is
And then you end up
dangerous.
with a crappy goatee.
Yeah. Ugh. I do not like goatees either.
I work with a dude who has just the soul thing. And I initially...
Just that? Nothing?
Just that.
That's
And
fun, though.
I always hated it when I saw it, like, from other people, but he did it, and I'm like, that is the sickest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, some people can pull off, like, weird things. You're like,
Oh.
oh, I hate this thing on everyone. And you see someone like, oh,
You're kind of like,
really
man,
cool.
you must like jazz.
Yeah.
Like, that's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although, no, I won't say goatees are crappy. Tony, our
Some
stepdad.
people, they do suit.
Yeah.
And also my ex-wife's dad, he was a goatee guy. But he like,
Oh, really?
he was like a goatee guy. He looked like a goatee guy.
Yeah, okay.
Like, there are some people who just like, they're goatee guys.
Yeah, I think, like, because we never knew Tony with a beard. And
remember.
then all of a sudden, he just started growing this goatee. I'm like, hey, that's sick. That suits you.
Yeah.
That works. Some people suit it.
He'd be a good moustache guy, I think.
You reckon?
I think everyone would be a good
no,
moustache
because he
guy.
used to, when he did like the army band and stuff.
Yeah, right.
He had the sweet mo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
He's a good dude.
He is.
All right. Beard shaving process. I get it. We talk more about beards than
Yeah,
we do.
shaving's great. I'm going to bring that in as a best thing one day, probably. Well, probably not. I've just said it now.
I might. No, I'm not.
It's fun, though.
I was going to say, maybe I'll do a goatee.
Do it. See if you're a goatee guy.
Although if I do, I'll shave it clean and just grow this, and then I'll grow this, and this will be longer.
When you've got the big chin and you have a goatee, it just looks like you're trying to pretend your face is here. It's like, no, this is your face, not this.
Have you seen? But they reckon when you do like the side bits here, you're meant to angle it in a curve if you're bigger, because it shapes the face. But if you do like the sharp,
I don't know.
you're
That
never
sounds
going to
like
look like
makeup talk
Fabio.
to me.
Yeah.
You're doing contouring and stuff. No. You might as well be wearing makeup
Might as well.
at that point.
All right.
What is your out of the mountain?
This is a mountain of a problem. I am a victim to this, but I am also the person who has done this. And this is a direct apology, but also a direct mountain because it's happening to me right now and I hate it.
Yeah.
Non-responders. So this is the thing where someone sends you a message and you look at it and you go, oh, I'll get to that.
Yeah.
And you never respond. You leave them on scene.
Yeah.
Now, last week, I spoke about Dad, like us organising the Christmas thing, and 3 weeks later he sends me a message and I go, didn't we already do this? Put my phone down.
Yeah.
In hindsight, I could have just responded saying, hey, didn't we already organise this?
Instead of thinking it.
Instead of thinking it and leaving him questioning it.
Yeah.
If I had just responded, he would have had peace of mind and I wouldn't have looked like a dickhead.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, Dad. It was very ungenuine of me. But also, right now I'm trying to organize things
Yeah.
and it's like affecting other people as well. So I send a message saying, hey, I need to organize this day. Can we get an answer by this day? And I get nothing. And then I say, hey, just to follow up on this thing, I get nothing.
Yeah.
So I go through someone else and I get nothing. And so I just make the decision and I still have no confirmation that that decision is going to work. So non-responders, just peace of mind for everyone else. Don't be a selfish dick. Write your message back.
But also, there might be a lot of more important things on their plate. Like, sure, they could maybe resolve your little issue, but they are currently in the process of wrestling a bear or something.
But,
you don't know.
like if they're genuinely wrestling a bear, Siri, respond.
Yeah.
Bit busy, talk
Not
soon.
everyone has Siri activated. Like
Okay.
me and you talked about earlier, we don't have our phone's assistants activated.
I don't even know how to say the Siri thing. I don't think it's ready for me.
No,
but
you
I
just
do need to do it.
turn
Yeah.
it on, set it up, and it tells you some fun things it can do.
But also, if you just respond with, I'm so sorry, I will get to this,
What if you respond with dunno?
then make a decision.
Nah, dunno.
Or, like, I mean, I could have responded with dunno. At least that would have given Dad an answer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm referring to this
Yeah, and
in
give
my
them a chance
circumstance.
to respond again later, or a follow-up thing, or a...
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
you know yet? Do you know?
Yeah.
The problem is I'm waiting on answers from one person to give answers to another person.
Yeah.
And that was Dad's scenario. He was waiting to find out what to do for Christmas. And as a result, he may have missed an opportunity to do something else with someone else. So he took that opportunity. And that's totally fair. If I had said, yeah, I'm definitely coming, then he would have not been able to do that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of good that he did, but also he might have wanted to see the grandies or do that weekend. So
I'm trying to think of times that I've dealt with such things, and it's almost never, except for around... What's really difficult sometimes is organising multiplayer games with people. Like, because sometimes I'll like contact someone like, all right, are we going for this game tonight?
Yeah.
And like, all right, hear from him for a bit. Like, whatever. I'll organise a game with this other person. And then I'm double booked.
Well, yeah. I didn't hear from you, so you don't exist.
Why don't you join this game? Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, sorry, made other plans. And that's what I do. If they're like, oh, I can. I was like, oh, too late. I made other plans.
Yeah. Or you respond too late. Like, I was meant to get a tattoo. I'm planning on getting I'll tell you my tattoo idea. So it's a bunny.
Yeah.
Orange ears, because Rusty's orange. I've already got the Buzz and Woody for Opie and TJ.
Yeah.
It's a orange bunny dressed in a Spider-Man outfit.
Yeah.
And it's pretty sick. Yeah. But I was meant to get a tattoo on last week, but I was 2 hours late on the response. And the guy was already like, look, I've already gone. Sorry.
Yeah, so you were the guy.
Yeah, I'm often the guy. But I mean, 2 hours is a bit like, oh, it's fine. And to be honest, that's like, whatever.
Yeah.
We will organise something. But big events like Christmas, birthdays, New Year's, things like that, like, don't leave someone hanging for weeks.
There's this thing people used to do in the olden days, which I've recently started doing again.
Call?
Yeah. Make a phone call.
Yeah.
If you need information immediately, it's important and vital to right now, you call them. I know a lot of people are scared of it. People are just terrified of phone calls, even when they know who it's from. Like, I don't want to answer this. I don't know what it's going to be about. I'm freaking out. What if it's an accident? If it's an emergency?
No,
I don't know what to do.
you should pick up phones anyway, because it could be collections that's preventing you doing something.
Yeah, but it's just like, just answer them. It's not hard.
I think...
And make the phone calls. Just make them. It's not that hard. Then you won't be left on red. You'll be left on, they answered the phone call, they answered my question, and now I'm resolved. It's sorted.
So this one that I'm dealing with, not doing, because I already apologised. Sorry again. So the thing that I'm dealing with is directly related to Christmas and trying to organise the time on whether we're staying overnight or not. And to fix that, it was with Mum, and she already called me. She made the call, and then I couldn't give her an answer because I'm waiting on an answer.
Yeah.
And I don't know the answer.
Call the other person.
I did. And I don't have an answer. This is what I'm saying. Like, it's just that, like, bury your head so much. It's just like you're causing shit for everyone else. So anyway, at this point, you know, I made the decision that I would just do it, and that's that.
Okay.
So anyway, non-responders, it's a big issue. Don't be a wanker.
Okay. My mountain is way bigger than that.
Okay.
Because it certainly feels like a mountain. Picture this, bright sunny day, you're in Kevin's studio, and you step on, I don't know if this is going to show up in the camera, a staple. This thing was so far in my foot. So my mountain is stepping on sharp things.
Yeah, okay.
Like Legos. Everyone knows Legos is like the most painful thing in the world. Apparently not. Staples, way worse.
Goes inside your foot.
Goes inside your foot.
Oh, but how good was the makeshift Band-Aid?
Yeah, I made a pretty good Band-Aid.
I mean, it's just tape and a bit of cloth.
A bit of sponge.
A sponge.
But yeah, you don't have Band-Aids. No first aid, anything. Anyway.
But Rusty, he loves the look of the Band-Aid on him. So he thinks it's like a really cool look.
Yeah.
So every time he like jumps off something, oh, I really hurt my knee. I need a Band-Aid. You're not even bleeding. No, I need one.
Yeah, but that's all kids. They all need Band-Aids. So that's why you have way excess amount of them.
Spammy.
And you buy... No, they're not.
Like $2 for 10. $2 for 10 band. You know how often that kid's
10
doing
should get
that?
you through like a week.
$2 a week for accidents. No, I'm not.
That's
all
right.
I suppose I
get
drink a lot of
boring
mother.
ones too. Get boring ones that the kids don't like. For adults, when they step on sharp things. But how bad is stepping on anything? You've stepped on a Lego before, I'm sure. Or anything. And people like leaving stuff on the ground. No one has clean grounds anywhere.
To be fair, this ground is very hard to keep clean. I mean, there's too many things. It's getting better. I got rid of a table.
I didn't
We
step
got
on
rid
a
of
staple before.
the thing. Yeah, that's because we got rid of things. It's exposing the other things.
Yeah, so you got rid of this layer of stuff. So before it was safe to walk around, there's a million sharp things. But it's like, when you're on the bed of nails, you're not going to feel spiked because there's just a million nails holding you up. There's probably a million staples here. We're just walking safely on staples, and now that all the staples are gone except for one.
I'll tell you what I stepped on the other day.
What?
Big spider.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, because we're in a garage.
By accident?
No.
Oh, angry.
Well, it was... Actually, no, I didn't stomp on him. I booted him, so I technically stepped on him with my boot, but I wasn't in the boot.
And the boot was in your hand. Yeah, it's a good way to squash a bug.
Yeah. It was big, anyway.
That's usually how I get them. What's the worst thing you've ever stepped on?
Oh.
Sharp thing. Not dog poo, that's separate.
Not stepped on, but kicked and went into my foot. Guitar string.
Oh, yeah.
Under the nail.
Yeah.
The high E string, so the really thin E.
Yeah.
I left it on the ground. Like, while cleaning up, you get the little snippets and you think you got them all, and then all of a sudden the top exposed E is like needled its way into your... So...
Have you ever just been like sitting down, just mindlessly, like your guitar might be next to you or something, you're just mindlessly playing with its strings and then just... Like you just stab yourself because it's so fine and so hard. So it just like, you don't even have to push it hard. And it's just like like you might be scratching yourself a bit on it and you just...
I've never sat there and like played with a knife edge or anything, but I have definitely stabbed myself on it from just like tuning. I go to tune and like reach in too quick and
yeah, and it feels like it goes so deep.
Worst. It's like a paper cut, just not as lined.
Yeah, I don't step on a lot of things. I usually we clean up before you move on to the next activity, kind of deal.
I mean, I was potting. And I was hanging up sheets and I was like, that didn't work, and pulled it out. It's your fault.
It's not my fault.
I bet it was you.
No. But they're your staples. They belong to you. And this ground belongs
and you know
to
what?
you.
I vacuumed a bit this week in
Not
here.
enough.
Not enough. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
All right. Well, look,
I don't have much else to say on that. I wanted to get some statistics.
People step on things every day.
Yeah, how many percent of people who injure themselves severely by stepping on things?
Could you imagine if there was someone who stepped on a nail like that twice in a day?
Yeah.
God.
That scene in Home Alone, he's walking up the stairs that are covered in goo and stuff, and after like he loses his shoe, loses the other shoe, sock, nail.
What was the... Yeah, there's a YouTube series who made the R-rated Home Alone, and they edited that with video effects to be like really brutal.
Yeah.
Like watch the nail go through and like
Great.
yeah, that is brutal. And it just reminds me of the Simpsons bit. Fiddle-dee-dee, that remote tetanus shot.
I thought that exact thing as well when I stepped on it. I was like, do I need to get a tetanus shot?
You need to say fiddle-dee-dee.
Yeah, but I was... Yeah.
All right.
All right. It was a fun one.
That was pretty good.
So, my mountains today, shaving aftermath and stepping on sharp things or hard things. Stepping on things. Stepping on hard things. Stepping on painful things.
Okay. Mine
Foot hurty. Go.
Mine are the Christmas Eve men's shopping post.
Yeah.
And non-responders.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Bye, Hungries.
We're dads.